School in Bloomfield Hills, Michigan.
All right. Angeline, would you like to say something about YEFA?
Me?
Yeah, yeah.
I'm
So
trying
you
to
should just.
go live on YouTube on the okay, yeah. So YEFA is running by a group of excellent um, high school student and also advised by our college graduate, that our alumni. YEFA has been running for 4 years. And we have been, summer international summer school, Visualize Academy, currently SC International Summer School, and those are all branding under the YEFA. So the YEFA has award-winning investment curriculum and also entrepreneurial curriculum. And we have been in the last 4 years. We opened up the new world for the young generation about investment, stock, and also finance and entrepreneurial startup innovation. So many students received a global award. And in the past 4 years, I've been seeing many of my students went to top school and has been excellent in their field. So I'm happy to continue mentor the next generation, the group leader here, and also wish more students to join us. And thank you.
That's great. It's great words from Angeline. So I'll get a little into about what YEFA does. So first of all, our partners, Viswise Academy and Alliance for Impact, as mentioned with Angeline. But here at YEFA, we like to promote. Our goal is to promote sustainable development goals set forth by United Nations, and in doing so, promote financial literacy in youth through entrepreneurship and finance in general. And some past activities that we've done is the International High School Social Impact Conference, where we had multiple nonprofits pitch their goals and their metrics, and we had judges review them, review their nonprofits, and give them a certain monetary prize for the winners. And that's certainly the gist of what we do here at YEFA. We host these entrepreneurship-based competitions that students can participate in to enhance their college application and also their own professional development. And another example of this is one of our alumni ran something called the Gen Z Career Exploration Seminars. She is now currently at Harvard, and what she did was invite industry leaders, so either banking, STEM leaders, just the industry leaders in any field, and have them talk to Gen Zers like me and the other leading members of YEFA, and also the students here and the children of the parents here as well, about what majors they should choose or what jobs they should take on in the future to help them explore their career, hence the name Gen Z Career Seminars. And we are a 501c3 nonprofit organization. We are official, and the volunteer hours that you accrue by being on the YEFA team will count towards awards such as the President Volunteer Service Award and more. So I'll get into a little bit more about that later. And we operate, students like me operate on YEFA under guidance from senior advisors such as Angeline, Lynn, who's here as well, and also Allison Zhao with Ivy Compass. And as I mentioned, our mission is to increase financial literacy among the youth and advocate SDG and ESG awareness. And current activities that we will be running this year are, as I mentioned, we'll get into this, the Youth Sustainable Investment Competition, our flagship competition, and the Youth SDG Art Competition. So we don't only have events for student entrepreneurs, but we also have events for people of all skills and specialties. And if you're something good at art and you want to promote sustainable development goals through your creative expression, we also have options for that. Last year we had around 80 competitors. Our theme was SDG goal number 14, life under the ocean. So that was really exciting to watch. Um, yes. And Josh will get into about what are some benefits of joining YEFA.
Yeah, so there are many benefits associated with being part of YEFA, whether it be part of the YEFA student team or just competing in our competition. So, for example, if you join YEFA through competitions, you're going to learn real world skills that will help you in the future with your university as well as future job experiences, including investments and financial literacy. And through YEFA, you're going to get access to an exclusive network. So everyone here would be part of your network if you're associated with YEFA. And ultimately, you'll get a lot of benefits through this network. And additionally, through YEFA, YEFA can help open doors for you and explore pathways. And ultimately, it'll help you with your decisions in post-secondary. And I'm actually going to interview Eric Liu here. So Eric himself has participated in summer camps with Angeline. And Eric, could you tell us about your experience at these summer camps at YEFA?
Yeah, of course. So like at first, like a lot of other students who go, I was really hesitant about going. It was more of like my mom told me to go and I wasn't really sure. But once I got there, there was so many learning experiences. And one of the great things about Angeline as a leader is that she convinces us to like try and be our own leaders. So even when there's issues in the group or there's issues, we're motivated to solve them ourselves, which teaches us a lot about leadership and problem solving. And so I attended the entrepreneurship camp and I learned a ton about entrepreneurship. It's pretty much centered around a pitch competition. And then afterwards, the next year, I was invited to return as a counselor. And that was also a very rewarding experience because I learned even more about leadership and I was able to grow under Angeline.
Cool. All right. So we can move on to the next slide and talk about YEFA's events and activities. So
Yes. Let me see. Okay, so as I mentioned, we have the YSIC, the SDG, Gen Z Career Exploration Seminars. And Josh can talk about the YEFA local chapters and the IHSSIC a little bit more in depth.
all right, yeah. So across the world, we have over 50 chapters across the world. And through these chapters, they're basically clubs at schools that run under the name of YEFA. And through each of these chapters and clubs, students will learn financial literacy and also prepare for YEFA's competition. So if this is something you're interested in, we have a YEFA chapter registration form, and you can also contact us for more details. And for our IHSSC competition, it's also known as the International High School Social Impact Conference, and it's a global platform to drive change. And ultimately, all of these opportunities are to design students to inspire, educate, and connect. And yeah.
That's great. That's great. Great information about IHSSIC from Josh, which we may run this year as well. So this is a quick overview about our other flagship competition, the Youth Sustainability Art Competition, where we want to promote the UN's SDG goals through creative expression. And every single year we pick a specific SDG goal that they set. Last year was life underwater, so it was the sea themed. But this year we're going to move on to SDG goal number 15. And I'll talk a little bit more about that later. So what our goal is to bring together student entrepreneurs and especially those with creative expression to apply their critical thinking to understanding the problem and use their creative expression to elucidate the solutions to these problems, these world scale problems. And for example, last year, we had over 80 competitors and we had judges from esteemed art schools such as artists that publish in Calliope, Scholastic, and also we had this judge called John Paul McCarthy, and he, I believe, was first a creative director at Louis Vuitton, and then he went on to be a professor at colleges such as the School of the Art Institute of Chicago and the Pratt Institute in New York. So if you're a student that's interested in art, participating in a competition, a YEFA competition such as YSAC can connect you with these esteemed industry leaders and also win a monetary prize as well. So we do have monetary prizes for many of our competitions. And so this is just a few old flyers from the Gen Z career seminars that we do. For example, we would invite people like Grace Chen, who is an investment analyst, Morgan Stanley Wealth Management, and also Charlie Chang, entrepreneurs, serial entrepreneurs, educators, just people that are really, really good at what they do. And I think that, at least for me, when I would join these seminars, I feel like it provided such guidance for, maybe a 14-year-old kid like me a few years ago that didn't really know what I wanted to do. Even though I knew I wanted to go somewhere in entrepreneurship, these people helped me find my way. And when I was beginning to start getting involved in YEFA, it it was really, really helpful in my development. Oh yeah, these are some other flyers in Chinese. And I know many of the participants are of Chinese ethnicity, so we do double flyers for all these events. Yeah.
Yeah, so more about our YEFA local chapters. So, like I said before, we have over 50 of them. And the benefits of these chapters is that number one, students get access to free financial literacy and investment classes. And additionally, for those who lead these clubs, we offer presidential service awards for those who qualify, which just means that this goes onto your volunteering hours. And additionally, through these chapters, you'll gain access to YEFA's various conferences and competitions with monetary prizes. And also, this is a huge opportunity for leaders to enhance global impact. And as you can see at the bottom of the slide here, you can see just some of the chapters across the world. So if we move on to the next slide, we can see the impact that YEFA has made to students like us and those who compete at YEFA competitions. So many of our YEFA alumni have been accepted to prestigious universities such as Harvard, Wharton, Stanford, Princeton, Columbia, Cornell, Carnegie Mellon, UCLA, Rice, NYU Stern, and many of these people also secured internships at top firms such as Citibank. So yeah.
Yeah, and I also want to add on to that it's not just participating in YEFA competitions. We hold summer camps as well, entrepreneurship and finance summer camps. And as Eric mentioned, you can get invited back to these as a counselor once after you're a student. And I believe last year one of the counselors was invited to a position at Citibank. So it really shows the passion that our students have for what they do. And I would like to mention one of our past alumni. Unfortunately, he was unable to make it to today's meeting. He's actually at a parent and student meeting at Stanford currently. He graduated recently, double major in economics and computer science, Justin Wong, but he was also admitted to many of the other top universities. He was also a Diamond Challenge top 2 finalist. Which is one of the most prestigious entrepreneurship competitions in the world. So he was top 2 in the world. And he's also a U.S. national economics team champion and ranked #1 nationwide. So even though these things may not be directly related to something that YEFA does, but I think this is a testament to show, the students that are involved in YEFA, like what else are they doing in their free time? And they're definitely doing great things. And I would like to introduce Hercules Zhang, who's here as a speaker today as well. If you could do a little introduction for yourself.
Listen? Hello?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So thanks, Justin. Before Heckler's talk, because Justin's my student, I know him very well. I would want to say that actually YEFA is curriculum opened his eye. 4 years ago, he was just first ninth grade, and he does not know any investment finance. So during the COVID, we are the first one launched the investment class. We have a couple hundred students every year during the COVID. So Justin was one of the students standout. He was very eager to take every single class that we offer, and he also eager I've been mentor him. So throughout 3 years in a row, he taking every class projects, municipal bonds, investment and entrepreneur classes that YEFA Visualize has been offered. And also me and Raymond, we both are teacher instructor for YEFA. So we constantly mentor him. So he's very appreciated. Like every year during Christmas, I would receive a big basket. And when he get at the meet, he always call me, say, Angie, which one I should go, Wharton or Stanford? So I want to say that actually YEFA and Visualize Academy, I could say we are one of the first, global, one of the first, really deep developed the deep knowledge about investment, and we compete with Wharton. Because Wharton writing me message don't allow us to teach because our students too good, and this is true. Justin also, after taking our class, he joined twice of the Wharton Global High School investment competition. Twice he joined 3 times, and twice he winning top 50. And the year before he got Stanford, he actually getting top 10. So our curriculum apparently definitely opened his eye and helped him building his path. So I just want to mention that. So next thing that I know you're going to ask hecklers is our student. This student always is already like couple years, like hecklers, Christopher, during the COVID, our first lunch hour class. Okay, so I'm going to give back. Sorry, I interrupt you a little bit because Justin texted me that he can't make it because he's in the parents conference event in Stanford. But thank you, Benson. You can continue.
Yeah, of course. I was just gonna hand it off to Hercules to talk a little bit about himself and his experience at the YEFA camps.
All right, thank you, Benson. So, hello everyone, I'm Hercules, and a little bit self-introduction. I'm currently a freshman at Brandeis University, and I'm part of the City Brandeis mentorship, specifically for sales and trading division. So, essentially, what this program does is that it's a kind of early ID program for City to track young talents, and overwhelming majority of the alumni from this program go work at Citibank sales and trading division, and others go to like other bulge bracket banks or like elite boutique banks such as like Blackstone, BlackRock, etc. And so for my experience with YAFA, it actually traced back to 10th grade. So it was during COVID. I was taking class online at home, and I had like much more free time. And so at this point, like I was just kind of like curious on and just like wondering what I should do in the future. And then Yafa's classes just like came across during, I think it was like a flyer or like my parents was like talking about it. I don't remember this like that clear, but then like by coincidence, I joined the program. Then I kind of just stayed because I think a lot of the materials that are taught in Yafa is couldn't be found anywhere else, especially for high school students. Usually, like I guess knowledge about like stocks, like bonds, and all those are not really offered at a high school level. And so I really do appreciate that Yafa is like able to offer these type of classes. And it is kind of this experience that helped me to grow interest in like investment and like finance. And so during the past summer, I was interning at Springfield Academy as a counselor and teaching assistant, and where I've worked with Angeline's friend, and many are like Wall Street professionals, including like Ray. And so it was just, I guess, like a really good experience for me and also very inspiring, just like talking and learning from them, like by helping them like to kind of design like teaching materials. And also that's something like this experience was I mentioned directly during my interviews, like round 2 and 3 of my during my application to the City Brandeis programs. And I believe that is also kind of a huge factor why eventually I was accepted as the only 2 candidates out of like 100 applicants. And so I think just the experience I got from interning is really unique in that I can get access to not only this like experience of like teaching the material, but also learning from like those mentors you wouldn't really have access like in any other places, and even during class, because like being a student is very different from, I guess, a perspective of a teaching assistant who kind of can ask and engage more directly with like all the and like get advice from like all these people who are like really experienced and knows what they're doing in the field. And yeah, so that's just a little bit about myself and my experience with Yafa.
That's a great story, Hercules. Thank you for letting us in on, your personal story and how you went from YEFA to university to also the job market. So I think it's a really great story. And I think we'll hear something Similar in the sense of how YEFA has helps our students, but also different because everyone has their own path, right? So we're gonna hear from Christopher Yee,
Hello
who's
everyone.
yeah, you can make a quick introduction for yourself.
Hello everyone. My name is Christopher Yee. I'm a senior in high school at Scarsdale High School. And this fall I will be attending Carnegie Mellon as a business major at Tepper. So I joined YEFA at a very young age, around eighth grade, and I joined many activities at YEFA, anywhere from like the food pantry, the social venture program, and the camps. And I was a camp counselor for the last 3 years at the camps. And from my experience at YEFA, what I can really say is that YEFA is an experience that you really can't find anywhere else. The activities and the resources that YEFA offers to students, especially for ones when you're looking for college. I just got out of the college admissions process, and from what I can say, is that from how it changed, I can say how it changed. Colleges, obviously a high GPA matters and high grades matter, but the things that have really been getting to change the last couple of years are how colleges look at a more holistic approach. And it's no longer just become having high grades and high like test scores, but you really need to show schools why you are special. Schools get admissions from thousands and thousands of people across the country. So to you, you're just the same. If you have nothing that stands out, and what YEFA can offer to you is that push, that initiative. It allows students to really reach their true potential and really go and experience things. I went to Dubai for COP28, which is a United Nations global conference. It was an amazing experience. I got to talk with a bunch of different startups, companies, something that I would never be able to do if I wasn't in contact with YEFA. If I was never interning here.
Yeah.
And I can also say, even past the college process, YEFA adds so many activities for me to work on, so many like activities and resources for me past college. When I need to go find a job, or like Hercules, when I need to go find an internship or something past college, it's part of my resume. It's part of my experiences. It's something I can add on that just helps and shows that I'm really out there and looking for activities. So I'd say that YEFA is an amazing experience for you and your student. If you as a student, and even then, if you really don't really want to get involved in activities, it's a great learning experience and it teaches you things, investment, finance, things that are hard to learn because they just take a lot of like people don't really teach them. It's not things that are really easy to come by, and YEFA really offers that to everyone.
Yeah. I mean, I could say the same for myself. I mean, for me, I'm currently a junior in high school, but I think on my college applications and things like that, and definitely looking into the future, YEFA will definitely be a part of my professional journey, especially in entrepreneurship, because I'm at the intersection of STEM and entrepreneurship, which I'm sure many of your students are as well with the parents in the audience. I think that YEFA has played probably the largest role in my entrepreneurial journey and just learning about how to invest, how to manage your money and things like that. I think it's very, very important, even if you're a mainly STEM student as well. And it never hurts to learn essential skills like financial management, things like that. So I think it's been super duper useful. Okay, so we've talked about so many good things about what YEFA is, what YEFA does, and so now let's get into the meat of it. So how can you get you or your children get involved this year? How can you break into the YEFA environment? Well, the best way to do that is through our upcoming flagship event called the Youth Sustainable Investment Challenge. And so what that is it's as always inspired by the UN SDG, and we encourage students to build an investment strategy and build a portfolio that beats the market, but also centered around ESG stocks. So what does ESG mean? So ESG means environmental, sustainability or governance. Basically companies that are sustainable in the way they treat their employees, the way they treat the environment. And so these are the good stocks to invest in. But we want to build a strategy that revolves around these socially and environmentally conscious companies that align with certain social goals. Right. And this competition has professional judging, such as Ray Mathis and many other Wall Street judges that we had last year. For example, last year we had judges from Blackstone, Citibank, MasterCard, everywhere. And we have a global presence. We're mainly concentrated in Canada, America, the USA, and China currently. But last year we had around 180 competitors from around the world. So we're looking to reach the same numbers this year, if not more. So how this competition will work is that we allow you guys to sign up. We have you guys sign up for a stock market simulator called Stock Track, and we assign each team of anywhere from 2 to 4 people. I mean, 1 to 4 people, $1 million in virtual cash. But that's the only fake part about this competition. The money is fake, but everything else is real. There's a 5-minute offset between this simulator and the real stock market. So we look to recruit these talented student teams and have them build investment strategy and trade as if it was a real $1 million, right? So last year we had, as I said, around 180 students, and we would narrow it down to quarterfinalists, semifinalists, which is top 20, top 30, quarterfinalists are top 60, and then the top 10 finalists have a chance at a $3,000 prize pool, internship opportunities as mentioned at the summer camp, and possibly more, and a recommendation letter for college from any one of the judges or advisors. And so we have a timeline here on the right. We'll show it again later, but if you want, you could take a moment to take a screenshot of this timeline. Our registrations will close in around 20 days on March 10th. And that's when the competition will begin. So after hearing about this, if you're interested in participating or having your children participate, make sure to take a screenshot and let them know that the registration is going to close on March 10th and the competition will begin there. And you can't enter after. But it's a great opportunity. And I'll get into a little bit more about it in the next slide. So let's take 5 seconds if you need to take a screenshot of this timeline. Okay, so let's move on. So the team size is anywhere from 1 to 4 students. The team leader will manage all submissions. So it doesn't have to, your team doesn't have to be from one school. It can be your child and any one of their friends. And so we build a team of 1 to 4 students, and then you trade. You trade with an initial strategy that you devise before you start trading, because that's the responsible thing to do. And then, but for every single round, you will write a report. And for these different rounds, for example, written here, the first round, you write a midterm report due about 1 month into the competition period. You'll write about your impact proposal. Essentially, you pick a societal goal in your investment strategy. You want 70% of your portfolio to be, traditional stock trading or any, high market cap companies like Microsoft, Apple, or whatever, right? But then you want at least 20 to 30% of your portfolio to be dedicated to companies that are serving your desired societal goal. Let's say it's, I don't know, environmental sustainability. And you see that Aramco Oil recently invested this much money into this environmental cleanup thing. So that could be maybe an equity that you put in your portfolio. So that's what we essentially mean by impact proposal. You want to think of a social issue that you want to solve. And by 1 month into the competition, you want to have a minimum of 2 trades done and at least one ESG centered stock. So ESG is environmental, sustainability, and governance, as I mentioned, stock with why you did it. And this ensures your progress in round 1. So round 1 ends 2 months from the March 10th date. So I think it's around May 5th. Yes, May 5th. The competition, your trading period for the competition will end. So if you don't do the midterm report, you won't move on to the next round, but I think it's super duper helpful to do that. And then after round 1, based on portfolio performance, it was selected to go to round 2. And during round 2, you write a much longer 1,500 word report for the top 60 quarterfinalist teams. And what this 1,500 word report will talk about is you want to really plan out your investment strategy and what your initial investment strategy is and how is it reflected in your portfolio performance. Well, you were selected to be in the quarterfinalists to be based on your portfolio performance, but now we want to know why. Like, how did your plan work out? And you see that by allowing our students to, really deeply think about these things, it really helps them research. You dive deep into the research and skills needed for financial analysis and investing, right? And you can also make a 90-second impact video, essentially where you describe what type of goal you're trying to solve, and you want to devise a goal in your video about if you were given $500 at the end of this competition, how would you reinvest this money, this prize money in real life to solve that societal goal, right? And this is something that, first of all, is really important to learn, but also if you're looking at in the scope of college applications, you win this international stock market competition, you win this much amount of money, and now you devoted this many months of your time into solving a societal issue. Now you're going to really, really implement it in real life. And that's just, that's a great story to tell about your financial literacy. Second, your commitment to solving a global issue, right? And that's for the top 60 quarterfinalist teams. And once, you write out that report, the judges will rule 60% of your strategy will impact how you move on, and 40% is your impact statement. So like what side of issue we're trying to solve. And the judges will pick the top 30 from there, and then the top 30 will then submit a 10-minute live pitch, similar to the 1,500-word report, but it's a live pitch for all the top 30 teams. And this will also be judged by the same judges, and there will be a top 10 virtual pitch with Q&A as well if you make it to the finals. So to reiterate, top 60 is quarter, top 30 is semi, and top 10 is finalists. Josh, I think you're muted.
Yeah, so as Benson discussed earlier, YSEC will have prestigious judges from various companies from Wall Street, and ultimately this is very good for everyone who's competing because even if you don't win, you're gonna get so much valuable advice from industrial leaders in the world. Yeah, so as for the prizes of the competition, well, firstly, if you don't win, that's okay. You still leave with so much experience that will be very useful for future experiences such as internships and future competitions. So when it comes to the prizes, we have our third place prize, which is a $600 prize. And as for second place, it's $750, and first place is $1,000. And we also have a special prize track for People's Choice Impact Award, and this will be picked by the judges, and the winner of this award is $650.
Yeah, and so adding on to that, the prize money in bold is the total prize money, but we really, really encourage the winners of this competition to invest at least 50% of it to their a dedicated social goal that they have stated throughout the duration of the competition. There's nothing yeah, we highly, highly encourage that, but 50% of it will be pure cash. So that's also an incentive as well.
Yeah, so competing at YSEC offers a lot of new skills that you can take away. So firstly, it's an incredible opportunity from YEFA. And as you can see on the slide, YSEC is packed with benefits for participants. So you'll improve your financial skills by gaining practical experiences and learn financial industrial knowledge in a simple, accessible way. And it is supported by trading simulations, periodic seminars, and study materials. Additionally, you'll also get trading exposure through hands-on experience managing managing a portfolio on a web-based stock market simulation platform, which is also known as StockTrack. And this will be based on real-time US stock trades with real-world data, as Benson mentioned before. And also, YSIC enhances your communication and time management skills and even boosts your college applications, as we've seen before with many of the competitors and alumni going into top universities in the United States. And ultimately, the YEFA committee is committed to proving learning opportunities and regularly inviting industrial professionals to share insights on investments, finance, college, careers, and lifetime lessons.
Yeah, I would just like to go back for 1 second. So I forgot to mention the People's Choice Impact Award, which is also $650, which is just a little more over third place. But this award is decided on social media voting on your impact video and just your goal in general. So this is also a factor to consider why you maybe would want to invest that 50% into your dedicated social cause. And this would be post competition, you would submit how you implement this money into solving that particular social issue. And therefore, you can also have a chance from that specific pool of people to win the People's Choice Impact Award.
Yeah, so as for our YSIC partners that make this possible, we have 4 key figures, and that includes VizWise Academy, which aims to improve financial literacy skills, investment, communication, and leadership skills. And we also have GASP, also GASP, which focuses on identifying champions and incubating ideas with system scale potential, which leverages finance for public good. And we also have AFI, which you may have heard of. And we also have TCFA, which seeks to help the development of capital markets in China.
All right, and now I'll just go have a short little bit about YEFA volunteer opportunities. So, as I mentioned before, working at YEFA, I've had the ability to use my hours that I've spent and use it to credit towards big volunteer awards, such as the Presidential Volunteer Service Award. And I'm a 2-time gold medalist for that. And essentially, you describe what you do on YEFA and how many hours you put in. And I just want to state that the hours that you do put in at YEFA will count towards any type of volunteer hours that you want, whether that be any National Honor Society or towards any national level volunteering awards. And currently we are hiring new positions for the YEFA team, including a co-president of operations, a co-president of marketing, and a second web developer, UX designer. But our most needed positions are marketing and outreach. So if you or your child has experience in any of those fields, make sure to scan this QR code and save the link for later. This is a QR code for a form that allows you to apply for the job form it's a form to apply for the YEFA team. And in the how did you hear about us, make sure to write YSIC seminar so you can be priority reviewed in the team application process. So just take a minute to scan that and save the link. This is for YEFA team applications. So if you want to be part of this team that puts together seminars like this and also the competitions. Okay. And now it is time for Q&A. We have about 10 minutes left. Just quickly, to the left is to scan to join the YEFA WeChat group on your phone, and scan to the right is to join the YSIC Discord. So if you have a child that if you tell them about this and you think they might be interested, save the link as well for the right QR code and send it to them. This is where we would do most of our communication with our students.
Vincent, do you have the link to sign up the YSIC competition?
I don't believe I put it on this because I think we mentioned that they were just gonna join the Discord server and I was gonna.
Yeah,
There's
right.
multiple
But
announcements.
I think if you have the form, do you have the one that links? We can actually
Yeah,
post it because then everyone can actually get the kids sign up.
yeah. Hold on. I'm gonna post
All
both
right.
links then. Can I stop screen sharing real quick then?
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, you can stop chat. Most of the parents, so parents can because I have been organized. This is our third year, right? Or fourth year? Sorry,
I think it's third year doing this.
third year, right? Third year, yeah. Because I've been very busy to running the school. So I want to say that the RY6 level, the professional level at the final, it's very impressed by the parents because we have the professional Wall Street people that who ask very challenging question for each team, top 10 team. So to get into top 10, you really require extensive learning. So I saw parents ask whether we provide online classes. So because our student winning the campaign, so Wharton, because of us, changed the rules. So they don't allow it online because we don't want it to we kind of have a conversation with them. So we actually convert all the online class to summer school. So right now the summer school former Visa account run by Visa Academy because I recently running the Springfield Commonwealth Academy. So we're running successful last year, like hecklers intent there. So we moved the summer program locating Springfield, Massachusetts. The location 1.5 hours to Boston and 1 hour to Yale. So for about the summer camp on the YEFA, we're gonna promote another session. But for this competition, it's like a warm up. You don't need any knowledge. But we're gonna have another once you signing, we're gonna send you how to do self-learning because when you sign in the platform itself called Stack Tracking, they provide a lot of free video that student can actually self-learn. It's kind of fun and they wanted to self-study. So our summer camp is in during the investment July. So that when your students join this competition, they say, hey, mom, I really wanted to learn more. Then you can sign up. We definitely have the early bird before April 1st. So you can sign up our summer program in 3 weeks, 40, 50 hours of the curriculum that teach you. Then what happens is when you sign up, you learn more, then you form the group by yourself in your school. You can join Wharton's Global High School in spring and in fall. So that's why we intentionally in last two competition we launch at the same time during the Wharton competition, and then students are very busy. So now we intentionally this time to make it happen in spring, and then you can go summer camp, prepare yourself, then you go to join the very challenge Wharton competition. And that's the purpose. We do not provide online paid class anymore to avoid the Wharton's challenging us, again, because our student has, since we launched these classes, every year we have many team getting to top 50. So Wharton kind of don't want to compete with him the online classes. I have to say that. So I would like you to checking out summer school, but for joining this competition, you don't need to have any knowledge as long as kids want to join. The trading parents can help with the kids. It's more like a fun, right? But parents can provide some guidance, can mentor, so the children can analyze the score. The thing we call the difference between us with the Wharton Global competition is because we require sustainable stock, which means you must have one stock that company support the ESG, and then you can explain why you pick the stock due to the sustainable reason. So the trading is a 3 months period. We have almost exact same rule like a Wharton Global Trading because we've been guiding for 3 years, so we know the rule very well. So we're actually building something that seem like you only can buy you cannot sell. You can't short, you can't leverage, and you have a limit stock list. We're a little bit better than them, that we allow you trading more stocks. We also allow individual to 1 to 4 person. So in Wharton's competition, you require 4 to 7 people. It's more challenge, require a lot of teamwork. I've been mentor many teams. So for our competition, we're more like, help students discover the interesting in stock trading and investment. And during our summer camp, it's actually more deeper. We have 5 level, have an entry introduction and accounting, stock valuation, economics, microeconomic, macroeconomics, stock valuation, company valuation. A very complicated curriculum that taught by Wall Street profession who graduated from Wharton and run his fund. So that's just a question. Any other question? The parents can raise their hand to ask question.
I think I don't know if you already addressed this. It was I remember I had a list, but I'm currently sharing my screen, so I can't really.
Oh,
show it
you
right
put
now.
the stock track sign up. Did you also?
Yeah.
Oh, you also have a
Yeah.
job form sign up. Yeah, we need
Yeah.
a both. We need a both.
The question was, who was the judges from last year? I just remember
Oh, the
Ray.
judges come. Actually, our YEFA's leader do the cold call, go to LinkedIn and invite a couple. I think the bank is sustainable office. I can't remember, but there are 4 or 5 judges that I only know one of them. I'm one of the judge. I don't even think I'm judge. I'm just observer. But they have every year is different. We will actually invite the people from bank sustainable office. How to register for our summer school? Yes, we also have the group chat. So maybe what I do, I can actually showing people to also join. So once you join the YEFA's WeChat group, we also can. I haven't even promoted yet because I run a school. So let me trying to get that. The parents feel free to ask questions, right? So summer school is intensive 3 weeks teaching, and the afternoon is a horse riding, rolling, golf, and then a night team project. Very intensive. It's the 4th year. It's very successful. All more than half of our alumni go to very, very good school. They all coming from very good family. So I do have this WeChat group that I can send and share. Then parents can join YEFA WeChat group. When you join YEFA WeChat group, I will send to the group. So Benson, you can disable shares, and I can share the code so that parents can. I will share my screen, and parents can scan. Okay. So, can you check the other? For stock track sign up, you have to use our link because we created our own competition. Wharton's competition use the exact same platform, just so you know. So Benson, can you copy this 2 link to our new leaders so I can? So I'm gonna share the.
Which 2 links? The stock track and job form?
Yeah, stocks. Yeah. So please scan this. This is for the summer, and in this summer school, SCIX Springfield Commonwealth International Summer School. This is also YEFA's under YEFA's management. But it's located in the school, and I currently is president of the Springfield Commonwealth Academy. It's a boarding school that 100 years old, very antique school. So yeah, and then any other question? Parents, did any parents raise their hand? In the group, inside the group, we will ask questions. And I'm in every one of the group. During the day, I manage the school. And let me see. Summer school is commuting. No, it's boarding. All boarding. It's boarding. 2 to 3 people in the room. 2 to 3 people in the room. Do you have any requirement for the hiring? A volunteer has to send in the resume and then have to be interviewed by. It requires a time commitment.
Yeah.
So every year, our co-president, like last year, our co-president Alex also went to Stanford. So hopefully, I know Benson has been being a leader, has to pushing everyone. And Benson is one actually dragging me, Alex, and teachers to have this promoted. So leader is have to lead and you have to drag, and we 100% support.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
Benson, hopefully Benson, yeah, go ahead, Benson.
For hiring, like as we mentioned, let me see if I can. Oh, it's Angeline's sharing right now, but we're mainly looking for outreach, marketing, web dev, and operations people. So someone with very good organizational skills. So when you send in your resume, which we'll attach as a PDF, we'll be looking for that. And also, if you pass through the resume screening, you will be interviewed by a YEFA member, whether that be me or Josh or Eric, who is currently not here at this meeting anymore. But what the biggest thing is leadership. That's what we're looking for in your resume.
I think the next week I will giving another section about summer school. Our summer school every year is running very good, and almost every year we'll have Ivy League, couple of them. All the students that join our summer school that not all but the last 2 years, right? We continue every year, have a Stanford, Wharton, Columbia, Princeton. They all running our YEFA. This year, I will, have a little bit more time because the school that running well. So Springfield become a foundation. During the COVID, we all running the program on the air. And the year before that, I was in New York Military Academy. So YEFA summer program went to New York Military Academy. That's where President Trump High School. So I turned around that school. I came last year to turn around Springfield Commonwealth Academy. So now I'm the owner of the Springfield Commonwealth Academy. I turn them all to nonprofit and then go and have a lot of activity. It's a very good location. So just so you know that Christopher Ye was sharing how he getting to Carnegie Mellon. I have to say that Christopher is my son, second one. He mentioned that he has been in YEFA since his 8th grade, which is true, probably from 7. Because whenever I launching all those programs, Christopher Ye joined my 3 years summer camp. He was voting the best counselor. So when this year he applied to college, my first son is also joining YEFA twice and be counselor. So my first son went to NYU. I helped him ED. And he got admitted, but later he decided to go to different school. So Christopher joined 3 years in a row the summer program. So our summer program is international nonprofit. So that we give each group, each team, we will give you different prize. We have a trophy. Those prizes will actually enhance your college application. So my son didn't go any other school. Every summer, 9th grade, 10th grade, 11th grade, he bring his classmate to counselor at a YEFA summer school, and he become very mature. So this year when I apply ED with him, I think that if you go to YouTube, you can find my sharing about how to help him get into Carnegie Mellon. He's already have a 3.67 GPA. He's running a lot of activity. Everybody's thinking it's impossible for him to get in CMU because very, very competitive, school district. You usually have to get 3.9. But I think the only reason, because I help him, is he have a lot of extracurriculum running with YEFA everywhere. Every year where I would go, I bring my son with me, and he's happy. I asked him, do you want to go to Harvard or Wharton summer camp? He said, no, Mom, I'm just go to yours. So of course, we gather a lot of excellent students. Like I mentioned, Justin, I've been mentor 3 years. I was driving and received Alex ED getting to Stanford this year. When I driving from Springfield to home that day, I got 2 calls. One is my son getting to Carnegie Mellon. Second one is Alex getting to Stanford. I was driving. I was so excited. So I think YEFA is high school provide a free platform for high school students to exercise the leadership with our guidance. You know, like Allison is the COO, founder of the AFI and also Ivy Campus. And I also have a lot of resource to support YEFA. So, you know, parents feel free to ask questions in the group. I'm going to stop sharing here. About this competition, every year we have, I think first year we have about 500 students. We have between 300 to 500 students join. So to differentiate with Wharton competition is really like a black box. And I have a lot of students have very, very good essay, but they don't have anything. Christopher joined 3 years. Last year, he got a top 150. I don't even know how to get it, right? So Justin, second year, right, wonderful, but he got nothing. Third year, he got top 10. So the judge from the other competitions really haven't, it's unexpected. So to avoid that, to giving student more chance, we actually have a 3 round. So first round is top 60. This top 60 actually defined by your stock track. So everybody will transparent. Whether you're getting top 60 or not is based on your performance on stock. So there's no black box. Once you're getting top 60, then you have to based on your presentation, your analytical slides, then you go to final presentation. You know, it's a lot of skill to learning. So I think in this YEFA competition, I have a lot of students from Andover, from Chuck, from all those top private school, many students like New Jersey Lawrence School, they all join our YEFA competition. Because if you can't get a prize from Wharton's Global, you could get a prize from our Global too. You know, it's equivalent, of course. But I wouldn't say the equivalent, but it would be similar, right? Because it's same international award and prize. The slides, yes, I think the Benson made a wonderful slide. Benson, you can share with us first.
I'm gonna post
do you want to put the link at a QR code and also put on slides so that people actually can scan the link to job form sign up and also start track sign up?
Yeah, I'm gonna make a new slide real quick.
So many of my, by the way, the YEFA from the YEFA platform, student can intern in our summer camp. Like we mentioned, our in finance and entrepreneur summer program are very prestigious. It's all like entrepreneur program every week have a CEO, global CEO coming to talk. So Eric last year, everybody here, Eric's sharing just now. Eric last year invited 5 CEOs. He cold call every CEO and CEO show up. So it's very good opportunity for our student. And I do have a couple students join the Lunch X, MIT's Lunch X. He came back actually, you know, like our camp more because we really hands-on teach student learning from how to do it to make it happen. Lunch X definitely have a lot of alumni. So I would like to building our alumni and going forward, the YEFA gonna emphasize building the alumni peer pressure, peer help, you know, peer mentor. Okay, so any other question? Does YEFA provide any online class again? Oh no, that we just mentioned. Let me see. Any other question? Okay, so it's 10 o'clock and I think it's late for many students. Thanks everyone still stay. Thanks to Heckles and thank you Benson and Joshua Ling. Ling is one that you know, guiding the student too. Okay, thanks. And we will edit the recording to, I think YouTube will have a live immediate available, but we will edit them and then we're going to put on the TriNet web page too. Thank you very much. Thank you everyone.